Hey everybody, or anybody who happens to come across this anyway. I know this is something completely out of the norm for me. I never do nothing like this. But I have got to vent, and I have no other way of doing that. I can't even put it into words hardly. But anyway, anyone who's known me for the past couple decades knows that I've always had a problem with churches. Various reasons for different churches. Mostly it comes down to they preach one thing but practice another. Always so quick to judge. Well, I haven't committed myself to a church in a very long time. And for a long time, I thought that I wouldn't even subject my family to that kind of hatefulness and that kind of judgment by somebody who's supposed to look out for you and be non-judgmental and do nothing but preach the word of God and how good he is and, good rules to live by. Stuff like that. But then I got my family, and they were wanting to go to church. Well, the more I thought of it, the more I figured, who am I to stop them from believing in something good? And being able to go to a place of worship so that they can learn and understand that completely. Well, everything was going great. They've been doing this for a couple years now, a few years now. Same church. I'm not going to name the church. I'm not that kind of dude. But, if you know my kids, I'm pretty sure you know what church they go to anyways. But anyway, I got reminded today of why I felt the way I do in the first place. So, I'm going through my daughter's phone. She's only 12. I think it's understandable for a parent to go through their 12-year-old's phone from time to time just to make sure they're not getting themselves into nothing adult-like or, nobody giving them a hard time that you don't know about. So anyways, I'm going through her phone, and actually, I had handed the phone off to my fiance, Ashley. And as she's looking through the photos on the phone, we come across one that shows some pen drawing on my daughter's arm. And at first glance, it looked like just scribble. So she scrolled past it. She come back to it and scrolled past it again, but I got a better look at it that time. And I told her to go back to the picture and stay on it. I want to see what that is. So she does. And as we look closely at it, or closer at it, we see that the drawing is actually a dotted line going across her wrist, and beneath it the words, "cut here." So, obviously, I brought it up to her, I questioned her about it, and finally am able to get her to confess that it was an 8th grade boy that she goes to church with and rides the school bus with, that he had drawn this "cut here" and dotted line on her wrist. Seriously? From a kid at church. That's the kind of shit that they're spreading or they're teaching, apparently, because where else would he get something like that? That's where they know each other from. This is where it happened. At church. Cut here on a 12-year-old's wrist. I can't even explain the feeling I have right now, knowing that some little son of a bitch is trying to instruct my 12-year-old daughter on how to hurt herself. And possibly even with the intent of trying to get her to fucking kill herself. A kid from church.